planning to apply for a visit visa to Canada this year, then this video is for you. Hi everyone, my name is Zuri, and in this video I will be walking you through the documents that you need for your Canada visit visa in the year 2024. So please watch the whole video because I have a bonus tip at the end of the video for you. Alright? Now, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate your loyalty. And if you're a new subscriber, you are so welcome. Thank you for stopping by, and please hit the subscribe button because I'm very sure that you would love what I will be talking about today. Now, if you're a new subscriber, my name is Zuri, and on this channel, I basically discuss travel tips, immigration tips, and international opportunities, whether it is scholarships or job offers. So if this is something that you are interested in, then please smash the subscribe button, okay? And if you're feeling generous, you can also share my video with 1 or 2 people that you think would be interested in what I discuss on the channel. As usual, I have my laptop here, and I'll be walking you through all the documents that you need to apply to Canada for your visit visa. Why is Canada still a fantastic destination for a lot of people in 2024? I don't want to overflow the issue because I know that there are lots of content online already talking about Canada and the benefits of applying to Canada, the benefits of working and living or even visiting Canada. So I'm not going to talk about all of that, okay? But if you want to know why Canada is still worth it in 2024, I have a video where I explain all of that, and I'm going to link it in the description below, okay? In that video, I talk about why Canada is still worth it in 2024. And if you're one of those people that's wondering, okay, if Canada is worth it, how do I relocate to Canada? How do I move to Canada? On this video, we're talking about the visit visa, but I have a video that talks about all the possible routes that you can relocate to Canada. So I'm going to link it in the description below as well. On that video, I talk about all the possible routes that you can relocate to Canada, the easiest routes, okay, for a foreigner and for a Nigerian to relocate to Canada. So you can go check it out as well. Now, when you talk about the advantages of being in Canada, of course, you know that you can get your resident permit with ease as compared to several other countries, okay? And the possibility of being a citizen in Canada is quite easy as compared to a lot of other countries. And of course, I don't want to bore you with the long list of benefits of being a citizen in Canada. So if you want an answer to that question, it is still worth it in 2024, okay? Now let's dive into the main topic of the day. I have my laptop here, and I just listed out the things that you need to make available when you are considering applying for a visit visa. I see this all the time when somebody says, oh, I need your help, I need your guidance to apply for a visit visa to Canada. And the person is like, I am ready, I'm very ready. By the time we start the application, I see that the person is actually not ready, okay? There's probably one document missing, or there's one mistake somewhere with one of their documents, and then we have to pause for the person to actually put those things together. What I would advise is, before you start your visit visa application, the best thing to do is just put everything together, okay? Make sure all your requirements are together so you don't have to keep going back and forth with your application. Would you agree with me? Type it in the comment section if you agree with me, okay? Now let's go ahead to talk about the list. The very first thing that I always say when it comes to requirements for something is your valid passport. Now when it comes to Canada, please make sure that your passport has a long validity period if possible. And the reason why I'm saying that is I have noticed that if you have, let's say for example, if you have a 5-year validity on your passport, Canada might even give you up to 4 years visa, okay? If you have a 10-year validity on your passport, you might get up to 8 years or 9 years visa on your passport. But don't get mistaken. This does not mean that you are meant to stay in Canada for that number of years on your visit visa. You can actually go and come back, okay? It just means that you have that visa on your passport, okay? There's a difference between visa and permit, okay? I'm going to link it in the description below. Go check it out because a lot of people don't know the difference between a visa and a permit, okay? Sometimes when you are the immigration, when you get into Canada and you are the immigration, they might stamp only 6 months for you, especially if you're a first timer, okay? So don't go with a 5-year visa and stay for 5 years in Canada. No, please don't do that, okay? Stay as long as your permit allows you to stay. I'm going to link that video in the description below talking about the differences between a permit and a visa, okay? Now, I've talked about valid passport. Make sure that your passport is valid for the period that you want to stay in Canada, and make sure that you have at least one blank page for your stamp, okay, for your visa stamp. Now, let's go ahead to talk about the next one I have here, your visa application form. Now, there's a long list of visa application forms that you have to fill, that you're going to have to fill on the site. So ensure that you fill all those forms accurately. Now, when I mean accurately, I mean, number one, it has to be honest responses, and number two, it has to be information that matches what is on your documents. For example, if they ask about your travel history, make sure that you're with your passport in hand filling up your travel history, because one or two mistakes might reduce your chances of getting your visa, okay? And I don't want that for you. Let's go ahead. Number three, I wrote here proof of financial support. You can show this with maybe pay slips, your bank statements, or any other proof that you have of your funds, okay? You need to convince the visa officer or the IRCC that you're able to take care of yourself when you get into Canada. You don't want to visit Canada and be staying under the bridge, right? So you need to prove that you have sufficient funds. When it comes to showing proof of funds or proof of financial support, it varies, okay, based on the situation of the person applying. And that is why when I get emails or messages saying, oh, I need you to help me, I need you to show me how to apply for a Canada visa, I need you to guide me, I always love to have a conversation with the person, because, I mean, do you have a host waiting for you? Do you not have a host waiting for you? All these things are going to affect your proof of funds, okay, the amount of money that you're meant to show in your account. For example, if you have a host waiting for you and you're going to be staying in that person's accommodation, then your proof of funds might not be as much as a person who does not have anybody waiting for them in Canada. Do you understand what I'm saying? So these things vary, okay? If you have somebody who is going to feed you and take you around, okay, in Canada, it means that you might not need so much proof of funds to show as much as somebody who does not have anybody in Canada. So when it comes to proof of funds and some other things, the situation varies, okay? So this is why you have to be careful when you are about to apply for your visit visa, okay? When it comes to proof of financial means. Now, I have a video where I broke all these things down, okay? The video talks about the silly mistakes that we make with proof of funds, okay? The most common mistakes and the uncommon mistakes that are made when showing proof of funds. There's something you have to understand. Proof of funds doesn't just mean showing millions and millions of naira or thousands of dollars or euros in your account, okay? There are some things that you have to know, how to show your proof of funds, how to grow your proof of funds, and some other mistakes that we make. So I'm gonna link that video in the description below, okay? Go watch it. Before you apply for a visa to any country, please go watch that video. When it comes to Canada, depending on the length of your stay, you could have between 4,000 to 8,000 Canadian dollars, okay, in my opinion, depending on the length of your stay and depending on if you have a place to stay or not. Now let's move on to the next one. Number 4, I wrote down here, you need to have a passport photograph. You need to have recent passport photographs, okay, and it has to be in alignment with the policy, with the requirement of the IRCC, okay? So please take notes. All right, it has to be colored, it has to have a white background, and so on and so forth. The next one I wrote down here is your travel itinerary, okay? This includes your flight bookings, your accommodation details, and if possible, all the things that you plan to do when you're in Canada. It is very essential to show that you have a clear plan for your visit, especially if you're coming in on a tourist visa, okay? Now, the next one I wrote down here is proof of ties to your home country. Now, proof of ties simply means that you have to demonstrate that you are attached to your home country. What I mean by that is you have to prove to the IRCC that when you are done with your visit, you will be coming back home. It is very essential. I don't want to overflow the issue here or talk about it so much and waste your time here. I already have a video talking about proof of ties. I know that a lot of travel agents and travel consultants do not really talk about proof of ties, but then I have created a video for you if you're interested in knowing how to show your proof of ties and the things that you can do or show or submit to the IRCC when you're trying to show your proof of ties. So it is very important that you watch that video. I'm going to link it in the description below as well. So make sure that you watch it before you apply, okay? Let's go on to the next one. Now, this next one varies, okay, and it is the letter of invitation. Like I said before, if you have a host waiting for you in Canada, let's say, for example, if you're visiting your friend, your family member, and so on and so forth, you need a letter of invitation. Now, what is going to happen is that person is going to write a letter of invitation saying, I am inviting Zuri over from so time to so time. She's going to be living in my house, and so on and so forth, okay? So this letter of invitation is for those who have somebody in Canada that's inviting them over, okay? Now, I have a video that I created talking about how to draft an invitation letter that your visa officer cannot refuse. Isn't that amazing? In that video, I talked about the things that should be in your invitation letter, and I outlined how you're meant to draft your invitation letter. Now, a lot of people have actually given testimonies of how they used that video and they got a visa from that video, okay? So please go watch that video because I would want you to also have the same testimony, and when it happens, please send me a message. My email address is going to be in the description below, okay? Now let's talk about the next one, and it is your purpose of visit, okay? You have to be clear about why you're visiting. Is it tourism? Is it business, family? There's an option when you're making your application. There's an option that asks you exactly what you're coming to Canada to do. So make sure that you make it clear what you are visiting Canada for, okay? Now let's go to the next one. The next one is your travel history. Now this includes copies of visas, entry and exit stamps in other countries. It is very essential that you show your travel history because it can positively influence your application, especially if you do not have a record of overstaying in those countries. Now, what your travel history does for you is that it tells the visa officer that you are a genuine traveler and you would actually return to your country before the expiration of your visa. And like I said in another video, please do not return to your country after the expiration of your visa. No, you're meant to return to your country before your visa expires. The next one is your visa fee payment, okay? The general fee is normally about 100 Canadian dollars for a visitor visa, okay? So make sure that you pay the required visa application fee and you get your receipt. Now, when you have paid your visa application fee, you will get a document from the IRCC confirming that you have submitted your application. Having these documents ready will make your application process smoother, and it will definitely give you a high chance of visa approval, and I am personally rooting for you. All the videos that I have mentioned in this particular edition are very important, okay? I have a video on proof of ties and I have a video on proof of funds, the common mistakes and the uncommon mistakes that we make with proof of funds. Please go watch those videos before you start your visa application, and I'm very sure that you will enjoy them. Now, once in a while, I come live on my channel to show you some opportunities. It could be maybe how to check a country for jobs, how to contact a recruitment agency. Maybe it could be a video of how to apply for a particular visa. It could be a whole lot of things, okay? It could be any of those things depending on my mood. So please, if you would like to be notified when I come on live to show you my screen and to show you these things, please click on the notification bell, okay? Turn on your notifications. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please subscribe to this channel because I don't want you to miss any of this, okay? So please click on the subscribe button and then click on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I'm coming on live to do any of these things, okay? And also, I will be hosting a masterclass real soon where I walk you through some visa applications, especially study applications, okay? A lot of people have been asking me, can you show us how to process study visa applications? And I really would love to do that, okay? If there's any other thing that you want me to focus on during the masterclass, you can drop it in the comment section, all right? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section. And if you're feeling generous, you can share my video with 1 or 2 people that you think are still interested in processing a Canada visit visa. If you want to talk to me one-on-one or you need assistance with anything, my link is in the description below. My email address is in the description below. Just send me a shout out, send me a message, and I will definitely respond. It might take some time because of the numerous messages I get on a daily basis, but I will definitely respond to you. Thank you so much for watching till the end of this video. Till I see you in another video, stay safe and keep traveling.